Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. We've had a bit of a break since the Great Northern Darwin Cup Carnival, and racing returns to Fanny Bay this coming Saturday with the Air North Race Day, featuring a bumper 6-race card on the 31st of August. 5 races were programmed for this weekend, but with excellent nominations, the 0 to 58 1300 metres was divided at acceptance time. Some 53 horses are entered for this weekend, and it promises to be a great return to racing at HQ. Before we have a look at Saturday's card, Top End Track Talk has teamed up with Garrett's Horse and Hound, Darwin's one-stop shop for all equine and canine products. And each week Garrett's will be sponsoring the best ride and top training performance to the tune of a $50 Garrett's voucher, alternating between Top End race meetings. The sponsorship began at the Catherine meeting a fortnight ago, and courtesy of a treble of wins, Melanie Tyndall is the inaugural winner of the $50 Garrett's voucher. Mel had a day out at Catherine, scoring her 7th career 3-timer, and she now sits on 149 career wins. Well done to Mel. Enjoy spending your voucher at Garrard's in Winnelly. At our next Top End Track Talk, trainers will be in line for the voucher, which applies to this coming Saturday's meeting here in Darwin. This Saturday, the first race gets underway at 2:34 p.m. Northern Territory time, and in the opener, it's the first division of the Air North Together We Fly Trobus Handicap over 1300 metres. My numbers are 3, 1, 4 and 2. Going here with number 3, And I Can Tell Ya, trained by Neil Dyer. This will be Neil's last meeting in the Top End before he heads south back to Kyneton. And Stan Sakos. Stan had a day out in Alice Springs last Friday. He won a treble down there. He takes, or makes the trip to Darwin rather, and takes them out here on And I Can Tell Ya. Was a good winner here on day 7 of the carnival. That was breaking maiden ranks, and then last time out at Catherine finished 4th. I didn't mind the run there. I think back here in Darwin, And I Can Tell Ya can give Neil a perfect send-off by winning the first. Number 3 on top for me, ahead of number 1 Windsor Cup from the Sheila Arnold stable. Paul Shires in the saddle. Only had a couple of runs during the Cup Carnival. Didn't race badly. He's a couple of 4th placings his last 2. He should be right in the party. In for third, number 4 Extraction from the Carl Spry stable. Carl takes the mount here. He's had a little bit of a break, Carl, since the Carnival. Just back for his first meeting this weekend. And Extraction, a 4th and a 3rd, the last 2 runs here in Darwin. The 4-year-old by Medaglia Dioro. My 4th selection, number 2, Dunkirk. 3, 1, 4 and 2 in the first. The second, it's the Air North Together We Fly Division 2, the 0 to 58 over 1300 metres. Numbers here 4, 2, 1 and 5. Going here with number 4, Recording to Win. I've actually made this my bet of the day, trained by Phil Cole, Jared Todd in the saddle. It's only had the 4 starts in Darwin for a 1st, a 2nd, a 4th and a 5th. Raced really well during the carnival, won 2 starts back on the 31st of July, and then on Cup Day, behind the very much informed Tristoff, finished a very good 2nd. I think can get back in winning form again here. Number 4 for me on top, Recording to Win. Ahead of number 2, Honour the Work. 1 for Neil Dyer at Catherine the other week. Stan Sakos in the saddle. Should go on with the job. In for third, number 1, Dubawi Sniper. Finished 2nd at Catherine behind Choice Approach. Vanessa Arnott for Jason Manning. 4th selection, number 5, and that is Alberta Magic. 4, 2, 1 and 5 in the second. The third's the Air North No Need for Holiday Envy Handicap. It's a benchmark 54. It's over the 1100 metres. Numbers here 8, 6, 5 and 3. Going here with number 8, Fire and Vice. It's had a change of stable and a change of owners since last racing. Formerly trained by Gary Lafoe Jr. Now in the stable of Jason Manning. Vanessa Arnott in the saddle. The last 2 runs during the carnival were really good, a 2nd and a 5th placing. And I think with the change of stable, nothing against Gary, but I think horses often race well in this condition, and I've got it on top here. Number 8, Fire and Vice. Ahead of number 6, I'm a Puppet, incidentally trained by Gary Lafoe Jr. Paul Shires in the saddle. 2 runs in Darwin, or in the Top End rather, 1 in Darwin, 1 in Catherine. Haven't been bad. Last start at Catherine finished 4th. Got it in for 2nd. In for third, number 5 rather, Ruth's Boy for Neil Dyer, Stan Sakos. A win, a 2nd, a 3rd, and then another 2nd in its last 4 starts in the Top End, racing really well, owned by a good mate of mine and Mick Templeton. I hope it can go well for Mick. And my 4th selection, number 3, Bonnier. 8, 6, 5 and 3 in the third. The 4th on this Air North Days, the Territory's Homegrown Airline Handicap. It's a Class 2, it's over the 1,000 metres. The numbers here 2, 1, 6 and 7. Number 2 for me, Madame Duporth from the stable of Kerry Petrick and Paul Denton in the saddle as normal. Resumed from a long break here on the 3rd of August, and after racing 3 wide throughout, battled on well to run 4th. I thought it was a really good run. The 1,000 metres will suit. It's got a better barrier draw this time, and I think Madame Duporth can be winning. Number 2 on top for me, ahead of the obvious danger, number 1, Vunavalu from the Phil Cole stable. Jared Todd aboard. 2 seconds the last 2 starts behind Another Bit and Rock Atomic, so it's in great form, number 1. In for third, number 6, Aggression. Carl Spry trains, Wayne Davis aboard. It's 4 starts in Darwin, have been full of merit. Hasn't won one yet, but getting close to it. And my 4th selection here is number 7, Strategic Journey. 2, 1, 6 and 7. The 5th's the Air North flying to the Kimberley Daily Handicap. The 0 to 64 event over the 1,000 metres. Numbers here 4, 1, 6 and 2. Number 4, one of the informed horses from the Carnival in Rock Atomic. Gary Lafoe Jr. trains, Paul Shires in the saddle. Bolted in its last 2 efforts here, the 31st of July and the 5th of August. Days 6 and 8 of the Carnival. It's had a bit of a freshen since, no reason it can't go on with the job. 4 on top for me. Ahead of number 1, Moral Outrage. Stan Sakos for Neil Dyer. Good 4th at Catherine, followed a good 2nd in Darwin during the Carnival. Did win on Rowant Day, so this horse has been in pretty good form for the last couple of months and can race well again. In for third, number 6, Iron Lotus. She just can't win a race, this little filly trained by Gary Clark. Sonia Wiseman in the saddle. 5th last time out to Dance This Kin, that was on Cup Day. Give her another chance. And my 4th selection, number 2, Good to Be Great. 4, 1, 6 and 2. And the last, the Air North Memories Begin With Us handicap. Our highest graded race of the day. It's the benchmark 76. It's over 1,000 metres, and I dare say this could easily be a carnival race, such as the quality of this field. My numbers here 2, 5, 6 and 1. Going here with the obvious horse to beat, I'm Too Hot. Last start broke the 1,000 metre track record when winning the Montgomery Lightning on Cup Day. A fairy tale win for the Gary Clark stable. Brendan Davis's only ride for the day, I'm Too Hot, and I think from barrier 7, although that's out a little bit, I think it'll be just too quick for them. Number 2 on top for me. To beat number 5, the stablemate Sky Muster from the Clark stable. Kim Gladwin in the saddle. 3rd last start here on day 6 in the feature behind Smuggling. Back to the 1,000 metres, probably not ideal, but he's a class act on his day, Sky Muster. In for third, we've got number 6, and that's Torchbearer. Chased home, I'm Too Hot in the Lightning. Carl Spry trains, Wayne Davis in the saddle. My 4th selection, number 1, the Captain, who, of course, last start went round in the Palmerston. 2, 5, 6 and 1 in the last. The best bet of the day comes up in race 2, as we mentioned, number 4, Recording to Win. I think she's a handy mare going places here for Phil Cole. So race 2, number 4, Recording to Win. While the best roughie comes up in the same race, incidentally, and it is number 5, Alberta Magic. Race 2, number 5, Alberta Magic. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back again in advance of our next meeting here in a fortnight. That will be the 14th of September. In the meantime, good luck and good punting.